Hey everyone, Ariel here from Cyber PR. And today I am so excited to be introducing someone who our artist community may not know about yet. His name is Brady Sadler, and I met him over 10 years ago at South by Southwest. And he is here to help us with Lab 8. He's going to be our esteemed teacher. It is Getting Sponsored, an artist guide to brand collaborations. Hey, Brady.
Hey, thanks for having me. Really excited to do this.
What are you going to be teaching? And first, please give us a bit of a background about you and what qualifies you to teach this course.
I have been working in brand marketing and promotions for my entire career. I started with the Walt Disney Company, then moved into professional sports, then into the agency world where I helped grow a company for over a decade, doing everything from entertainment to gaming to consumer packaged goods to technology. And most recently, I have been focused on the world of podcasting, which I actually see a lot of interesting parallels in terms of how creators and artists, those who are going to be taking this class, can learn and take some cues from. So what we're going to talk about really is how the world of media and branding has changed, and in doing so created a great opportunity for artists to leverage their own brands, their own content, and everything that they create to partner and ultimately get what they're looking for, which is a bigger audience and a way to create a sustainable career.
This is going to be such an important one. Tell me, do you think that artists who are in the beginning to middle stages of their careers have an opportunity or can create opportunities for possible collaborations and sponsorship?
I absolutely do. I think no matter what level, there's an appropriate partner that would find value in that. And it's really about digging into what makes you as an artist unique. What is the thing that you can bring to them that is going to deliver value? And yeah, that lineup and alignment has to be appropriate. You're not going to have necessarily an artist that's just starting out with a brand that if they're looking for huge exposure through an artist, they're not going to get that. So you have a mismatch. It's really about understanding, as I said, what can you bring, and then appropriately aligning yourself with the brands that need that. Now, sometimes larger brands, as you know, do want to work with beginning artists and take some credit for helping to break them. So it isn't a hard and fast rule. In fact, there really are no strong rules that have to apply. And that's one thing that's both exciting and can be a little bit nerve-wracking for some artists, because you do have to be extremely entrepreneurial, as all artists know, but maybe sometimes don't want to lean into as much as they need to. So we're going to talk a lot about that and the idea that being proactive and defining for yourself what you can bring and then going out and getting it. Don't wait for it.
So for those of you who are interested in Lab 8, it's, as usual, 3 parts and broken down into part 1, a 45-minute lesson, part 2, another 45 minutes, and then the third part will be a lesson plus a chance to pick the brain of this man sitting right here and asking as many questions as you want. The first part, we're going to talk about why collaboration is king. Brady's going to work with you on shifting your mindset so that you understand there's a difference between sponsorship and partnership. He's going to take us through the 7 types of brands in today's modern media landscape. And then he's going to help us define exactly how to grow your fan base, which is what every lab is pretty much about. But this is how you can get paid. Is there anything you want to add about how you teach a mindset shift?
First of all, looking at this landscape, as you said, in terms of the different types of brands, everyone has their own personal brand now, given the fact that you have all of these media channels at your exposure to be able to utilize. But then there are all of the other product service companies, experiential marketing companies and events. There are nonprofits, there are technology companies. All of these provide different avenues to partnerships. It's very easy to think about, the typical way that you see influencers today repping different products. That is just one avenue. We're going to talk a lot about opening our minds to the various different types of lanes that we can pursue to find different partners. Everyone wants someone to write them a check. that in reality isn't always the best value that there is. It may be something that leads to that check down the line, 1 or 2 steps or even further removed. So we're going to talk about some of those nuances as well, and really thinking about all the different ways that partnerships can happen. So really excited to talk about that. And I think that the other thing is, don't force something. It can be tempting. There are a lot of artists who've had a sort of like the stereotypical record deal where you hear all of these horror stories. That happens with brand partnerships too sometimes. So I think back to what you said before, the appropriate level partnership, you're not always going for the thing that's going to look to be the most sexy kind of brand deal. You're looking for the thing that's going to advance your goals and that's going to be something that can move your career forward.
In part 2 of this class, you're going to dive into helping us actually build a target partner list and taking inventory. Everybody is already repping brands in their life, and they might not actually be aware of that. So Brady's going to shed a lot of light on what is already actually happening for you. And then your brand rider, meaning your new partner prospect list. Can you spill a little tea on how you help artists figure out what their perfect prospect list is?
There are things that we represent in terms of the things we associate with. So you have your favorite brands that you buy on a regular basis across every aspect of your life. And those are the ones that you're going to feel most comfortable actually promoting and representing because you genuinely love those brands. So we're going to dig into how that might be a way to mine for partnerships that you may have overlooked.
The third part is about creating those partnerships, how to position the value that you bring, which has a lot, of course, to do with your personal brand and how you're presenting yourself to the world. You're going to help us to find unique ins and angles so that not only is your personal brand reflective of who you are, but that you're also able to present it to potential sponsors in a way that is attractive to them. This is the part I'm so excited about, the Collaboration Playbook, which is your step-by-step guide on how to create partnership development, which I imagine has a little bit to do with your most recent book. Can we dive into that a bit?
So I wrote this book, Collaboration is King, because I saw the opportunity that exists to be a little bit more proactive here in this case from the artist standpoint, to package up what you have to offer and go be proactive and find partners. If you present that in a way that shows some self-awareness in terms of what you can bring and what you've seen that brands need, something that's really changed is every brand has their story out there in public. It's unfolding every day. So it's not hard to go do a little bit of research and figure out where you might be able to provide value in a place that you can tell already is something that a brand is going after. Think about how we can package these things in a way that might be appealing to the brands. What's cool about this last session is we're going to do a lot of Q&A. I'd like to get into specific questions that people have. How does it work for them? Let's workshop a few of these in real time and try to figure out how we can help people get some of these deals done and move their career along.
It's Lab 8. It's 3 weeks. It's with Brady right here. If you click on the link, we are having a special. It is half off. So get it while the getting's good before the class starts. And I look so forward to having you in this lab.
I'm really looking forward to it. It's going to be a lot of fun. Personally, for me, it's a passion and sort of a lifetime commitment to try and help lift up creative people across all walks of life. It's always so much fun to be in this kind of environment and to make it be a knowledge share. You know, there's going to be people in this class that you're going to want to get to know as peers. And as we have that dialogue, I'm just really excited about what bubbles up and the value that we can bring for everybody. And we're going to give everybody a copy of the book as well who takes part in this. So really excited to meet everybody and looking forward to getting this going.
Sign up now. Thank you so much, Brady. And we'll see you in the lab.